was the original iteration of maximum pressure, was that really effective and useful for United States interest in its exchange with the Iranian regime?
No, it failed. I mean, here's basically what happened. In 2015, the Obama administration came up with the jcpoa. This is the nuclear agreement that greatly limited Iran's nuclear capability and made it virtually impossible for it to develop nuclear weapons. The Israelis were deeply unhappy with the agreement, and the Trump administration, after significant pressure was put on it by the Israelis, walked away from the jcpoa in 2018.
Right. Yeah, I actually remember that was May 2018, a specific. But before you even get much further with that, I wonder if you can answer something that has frankly puzzled me throughout the duration of this. Why would Israel be so against the jcpoa when it curtailed the Iranian potential drive towards a nuclear weapon?
It's very simple, Danny. The jcpoa did not eliminate Iran's capability to either enrich uranium or recycle plutonium and turn them into weapons-grade material. That's really what the Israelis fear, right? That Iran has the capability to enrich uranium and reprocess plutonium. And that's what they want in a new deal. If the Trump administration could get a new jcpoa that got rid of Iran's capability to produce fissile material, and again, that's enriching uranium and reprocessing plutonium, the Israelis would be reasonably happy. They're never too happy with anything, but they would be reasonably happy. And it was the failure to get that pushed the Israelis to put pressure on the Americans to walk away from the jcpoa. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. So what would have happened? And there was a lot of concern, and I think probably rightfully so, after Trump was elected and before January 20th, that there was a risk that Israel may say, hey, we're going to take action against Iran now, so that Trump's hands will be tied before he even gets in office, and he'll have to continue on because they'll have this engagement started here. And one of the things that they were primarily focused on, the Israeli side, was the destruction of the capacity for the Iran to do that very thing. You're basically saying to destroy their centrifuges and their processing facilities. Unfortunately, many of them for Israel were underground, and we don't know if they could have actually done it. But in your estimation, what would have been the result in Iran's ability or willingness or desire or ability to actually later on get a nuclear weapon if they had been hit like Israel was claiming that they were thinking of doing?
Well, a couple points, Danny. First of all, Israel does not have the capability to take down Iran's nuclear infrastructure. The United States is needed. Second point is, it's not clear that the United States can do it. There's a reasonable chance we could take down almost all of the nuclear infrastructure that Iran has, but it's not for certain. And the third point, which addresses your question, is that even if we take down that nuclear infrastructure, almost everybody I know, and this includes some very hawkish people, believes that eventually Iran would reconstitute the program and they would end up with nuclear weapons. If Iran is determined to get nuclear weapons, there's no way that the United States can prevent that over time.
Short of an outright Iraq-style invasion, right?
Yes, that's right. But we're not going to invade Iran. That would really be crazy.
Right. Yeah. It's I say that with an uncomfortable chuckle because, yes, on the surface, it would actually, even beneath the surface, it would be insane and absurd. But wow, how many things have we done that in the last couple of decades that did make any sense? But well, anyway, we'll not speculate any further on that one.
Well, Daniel, just quickly to go back to maximum pressure, once the Trump administration pulled out of the jcpoa, they put in place a policy of maximum pressure, which was economic coercion based on sanctions. And it failed. And in fact, today, Iran is not far from where it would have enough fissile material for 4 bombs. So pulling out of the JCPOA was actually a colossal mistake.